It is another episode of Survival with Fragger, and today we are still going to be in the base, working on the base, of course. And the plan for today is to continue this ravine renovation that we started up last time. And this storage room has been working very, very well. It has only had a couple of issues where items make it all the way down there when they shouldn't be. They should be sorted into these chests. But I did go out and empty up that old storage room up there. So now that is empty, and I do not know what I'm going to do with that extra space. So if you have any suggestions what I should do with the old storage room, then let me know. But we're not going to be doing anything else with this storage room today. Today we are going to be focusing on the ceiling and getting this looking super nice, because right now it is just a bunch of stone and granite and other various stone blocks. And dirt as well. There's dirt right there too. So we are going to be transforming this into something that looks a little bit more natural by using some mud and muddy mangrove roots and coarse dirt and mangrove roots. And I am also going to be poking some holes in the ceiling here to let some natural light in. I did not mean to fall off there, but I will also be poking some holes in the ceiling here to let some natural light in and brighten this place up during the day, and then at night it'll get nice and dark again. But before we get into this episode, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below with notifications turned on. Not only does that help out the channel, but it also ensures that you get notified every single time I post a video. But now to start this off, I am going to do a small little patch in the ceiling here to show you guys the process that I'm going to go through, and also what the entire roof of this ravine is going to look like. Okay, so we are just going to dig up here with the scaffolding, and I am actually also going to need some more of this. And then we are just going to dig this all the way up to the roof, or to the outside here, just like that. And then we are going to place this glass block there so that no mobs fall through. And so we have some nice natural light lighting up this ravine, which is super nice. And I completely forgot these blocks here because we do need these. Okay, so now we need to dig out this roof here a little bit. And now we can start placing in all of these mud blocks and muddy mangrove roots. And yes, I did actually end up building that up and completely forgot to actually explain what I was doing while I was doing that. So yeah, that's what it's going to end up looking like. And this is just kind of like randomly putting this stuff in here and trying to make it look a little bit more natural. And then we put in these mangrove roots here, and these ones will hang down a little ways. And then once we got those in, we can place in some of these mangrove leaves here, and these ones will also hang down a little bit. And then we end up with something that looks a little bit like that. And you can kind of see those holes that I poked in the ceiling to let the light in, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. They're not super obvious unless you're like right underneath them and staring at them, but off to the side, especially over here, they are just completely unnoticeable and you cannot see them whatsoever. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. But now I have to take this and do this on the entire ceiling of this ravine, which is going to take a very long time. So yeah, I am going to have to do that. And while I'm doing this, I will just plug a few things really quick. If you have not already, make sure to join my Discord server linked down in the description. If you want to interact with me a little bit more outside of YouTube, then I have that. I also have a Twitter linked down in the description, so make sure to check me out there. I tweet out whenever I post the video, and I also just tweet out whatever random thoughts pop into my head sometimes. So if you just want to see what random stuff pops into my head, then make sure to go follow me on Twitter. And also, if you guys want to support me further and also gain access to the world download for this Survival with Fragger series, then make sure to go subscribe to me on Patreon, which is also linked down in the description. And also, if you are craving some merch from me, then make sure to go check out my merch store, which is actually brand new, linked down in the description as well. There are a few designs on there that I am pretty happy with how they turned out. But all of my social medias and all of that good stuff is linked down in the description of every single episode. So if you are interested in checking out all of that stuff, which honestly you should check out everything because there's a lot of interesting stuff there, then make sure to go down to the description of this video. But now I am just going to finish up doing this, which is going to take a little while. Yeah, this is going to take a long time. This ceiling is finally done, and I think it is looking absolutely spectacular. I am very, very happy with how this turned out. I may try and blend it into the walls a little bit better though, because it is a bit of a harsh edge going into the walls. So I may do that, but I still think it looks really good, and there really isn't much improvement I could do to this ceiling. I really, really like how it turned out. And with those holes in the ceiling, it does get brighter and darker depending on whether or not it is daytime or nighttime, which I really like about that. It effectively achieves the same thing that these lights in the ceiling do, but it does it using natural light, so it's not quite as laggy as that is because that uses redstone. But now we can move on to the next part of the rest of this ravine transformation, which is going to be up here. We are going to build up the villager trading / iron farm stations up there that I was going to do a long time ago and just never got around to it until today. So there really isn't going to be too much going on up here. They're all going to end up looking exactly the same as these ones down here. So you can just trade with the villagers here, and you have their trading post thing back there. And then the iron golems spawn in the chamber back there because we have these zombies here, and then they'll fall into the lava, and then their iron will go up here and over there. So yeah, there really isn't too much to talk about with this one. I'm just going to take care of these. I'm probably only going to do 2 up here, to be honest with you, because the ravine does get a little bit narrow down here. I don't know, I may do 4. I don't know yet. But I don't think I'm going to get around to putting the villagers in these trading posts today because I am a little bit short on time for this episode. I'm having to pre-record some stuff because by the time this episode comes out, I will be on vacation. So yeah, that means a lot of pre-recording. And that also means a little bit less time is able to be spent on each of the stuff that I have to record, which means less time for this episode. But anyway, I'm going to get this taken care of, and then I can show you the full final results of this ravine transformation. It is now done, and I think it is looking really good. I did end up going with 4 of these villager trading chambers here, and all we have left to do is just add in the villagers here and the zombies in these 2 spots right there. And then this guy will be ready for trading with villagers and also producing some iron, which hopefully we should end up doubling our iron production with this. I'm not exactly sure about that, but... And the way I'm going to handle collection for these iron golem spawning chambers is I am just going to have them drop down to the lower section here so that they can fall into this collection system. And since I already have this collection system hooked up here going all the way over to the chests on that side, it means that I don't have to make a whole separate collection system for those ones up there. So that is going to be super nice, and I'm super happy about that. But yeah, that is going to be it for this entire ravine transformation, at least this iteration of it. There are still a few areas that I want to figure out, mainly this area over here where all of these caves are. I'm still not exactly sure how I want to handle that, but we are not going to worry about that right now. We can worry about that later. For now, we have the main stuff done, which is this storage room, the ceiling, and we've also finished up, or mostly finished up, the villager trading / iron farm area. I know this is probably a little bit shorter of an episode, so I do apologize about that, but if you did enjoy it anyway, I would appreciate it if you guys could hit that like and subscribe button down below. That would really help me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for anything I should do in this base, including anything else I should do to this ravine, then make sure to leave those down in the comment section. And also don't forget to share this video with somebody. It could be anybody. It could be a friend, a relative, or even just some random person that you know. Sharing these videos really helps me out a lot. And of course, don't forget to check out my social media links down in the description. Following me on all of that stuff really helps me out a lot as well. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to my Patreon, also linked down in the description. And don't forget to buy some of my merch as well, also linked down in the description. But that is going to be it for this one, so hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.